of the Zeldathon and AF Crew teams back here with more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. This time for sure the finale of this here video game. This is not the last Ace Attorney stream. We're going to do period, of course, because there's going to be we're going to play the rest of the trilogy, and then we're going to get into the Edgeworth stuff. But this should be the last stream of the first game of the series once again, and I'm very excited to have you all here. Yes, I was gone the past couple days because my sister got married yesterday, and I had a wonderful time out there with family and stuff. And it was very lovely, but it is time to be home again. Just in time for me to then leave for Zeldathon tomorrow, which then starts on Tuesday specifically. Because of all that, I am going to be gone tomorrow, and then I'm not going to be streaming on this channel all of next week at all. You know, next time you'll see me on Twitch, other than at Zeldathon, which you should go to twitch.tv/Zeldathon and go follow, because that's where I'm going to be live. You will not see this channel go live again until the following Tuesday. The following Tuesday being August 20th. No programming on this channel until August 20th after this stream, all right? Just to be clear. But again, because of that, go check out Zeldathon. I'm going to be on there a whole bunch. I just went through my schedule. I've got 9 different things I'm doing at Zeldathon this week. And most of it's on stream. I think I'm doing some hits that are like video recorded and then they're going to be shown later. But yeah, please make sure that you're following there, because that's where I'm making the content for some stuff. So it's going to be good. So August 20th, Zeldathon on which channel again? Twitch.tv/Zeldathon is where you can go and check that all out. And then I'll be back here on that following Tuesday. I don't know when I'm going to be streaming yet, but we'll figure it out as we go along. Okay, let me get this video game going, and then let's get started. By the way, you're asking about the wedding. The wedding went extraordinarily well. I actually have the script for it right here, or at least a copy of it that I then used for other stuff. But yeah, no, it went very well, and I actually, if you go those unaware, I presided over my own sister's wedding, and I got universal praise, like people I've never met in my life before, including the videographer, was like, "That was extremely good," and I was like, "Cool." And then a bunch of people said, "Hey," you could do that as a side gig. And I'm like, just put it on the pile. Just put it on the pile. It'd be great. Side hustle number 6. Let's do it. Let's just toss it on. Just throw it on the stack. But if you're good at something, monetize. Seems to be the common refrain for us freelancers out there. But yeah, no, again, it went exceedingly well. Everybody really enjoyed it. I'm really glad, because I was very nervous about it, like to the point where if I had bombed, or if I had done just okay, or somebody had issues with it, it probably would have affected my psyche for all of Zeldathon. So I'm very excited to hear that generally it was very well received. Because your older brother's wedding is at 9. Some people do that, actually, in like, especially other countries. They like, the reception just happens super heckin' late, and then sometimes they happen for like several days at a time. It's wild. It's wild. It's all my fault by being awesome. Ha ha. I won't have a voice by 50. But yeah, welcome, friends. Regardless, let's tune on in, because we got ourselves a lot to do here in this game. Welcome to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Specifically, the Case 5, Rise from the Ashes. We are on the final day of this case, trying to determine the murder of 2 separate people. The first one is a detective working for the police who is murdered while seemingly collecting evidence from a case that happened 2 years ago. We are also investigating that murder case that happened 2 years ago, where a prosecutor was murdered by somebody who declared, what was it? somebody who was declared to be a serial killer and was sentenced to death. Everyone involved in that case got removed from power as soon as the case was over. And some of the detectives that were on that case thought that stunk, including, I believe, the man who died in the present day case. And so these two things have been working side by side, trying to get eventually to our current situation. And so we are investigating both that case and the case 2 years ago. And right now we are hearing evidence or testimony from somebody who was almost murdered by Joe Dark, the serial killer, 2 years ago. She was there at the time that the prosecutor got murdered. And she's going to tell us about that so we can get more evidence against a very powerful man named Damon Gant. So that's what's going on. I think I got you pretty much caught up. Let's go ahead and hit this thing up. Nella, the plan is I'm going to go so I use a UPS store for my fan mail. I'm going tomorrow. Now, unfortunately, that means you won't see it on stream until next week, but I promise you next week, August 20th, I will, as in not this upcoming week, but the following week, I will show it on that Tuesday, if that makes sense. Apologies it's taking me this long. It's just, whoo! Busy. But I'm going tomorrow, and then I'm dropping off my car, and then I'm going to leave my car in the hands of a body shop so they can fix my air conditioner and things, and then just, it's been a business. It's been a heckin' business. Have I done what's needed for this cell phone thing? No, I have not yet, but I will. I promise I will, because I like the idea, and we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Just not yet. What? Is that? I'm not sure. Was that? Hold on. Oh, because they did post it 3 times. Oh, okay, now I see it. Eric M., hello. You don't need to keep repasting. If I'm not saying hello, it's usually because I got something going on, and I will read things after the fact, if that makes sense. If Athena was here, she'd be a big help, sure. If, what's wrong with my air conditioner? It's been busted for like 3 weeks. 4 weeks. Something like that. Marissa was driving it, and a car in front of her blew a tire, launched the rest of the wheel at our car, and blew out one of the headlamps. And somehow, some way, that also broke the air conditioner. So we're working on trying to get that fixed, as you do. Anyway, let's get this video game going, shall we? As a car murder attempt. I mean, kind of car slaughter, if you will. Unintentional car slaughter. Because it wasn't really, obviously it wasn't intentional that it happened. It just happened to be annoying. The good news and the bad news, it's going to cost me $1,000. The bad news is it's going to cost me $1,000. The good news is that it's only going to cost me $1,000. Which feels bad, but could be worse. And then I'm going to spend another $30,000 to sell it. Oh, God. Keep me busy. Keep me busy, yes, indeedy. I'll sleep someday. Very much King Moogle for the 82 months. That is almost indeed 7 years. Get those dumb thoughts, chat, please and thank you. Please and thank you. So yeah, Emma was there at the time that the murder happened 2 years ago, and we're working on it. We're getting into her testimony and seeing what she remembers.
I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest.
It's a good thing you weren't harmed.
I passed out. I don't remember much.
That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder?
So Edgeworth, by the way, this is all part of a bigger push to try and take down Damon Gant, the current district chief of police, who very much has been a corrupt official for many a year. and including this current moment. And we are trying to take him down, but it's very difficult to take him down. And so we are trying to dig into the past in order to find evidence to bring him to justice. Edgeworth doesn't like him, and so he's decided to pretty much give up on his own job and help us with this job. So it's fun. We're having a good time, even though he's our rival, he's our antagonist, if you will. He's helping us out for this run. That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. All right, see you, Goku. Have yourself a good night.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
By the way, did you guys like my title tonight? I think I did pretty good on the title tonight, because it's actually two characters in the title name there. We have an Angel Star and we have a Damon Gant, and I did Angels and anyway. 2 years ago. I don't get it. Oh man. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in, took me hostage. I think the only piece that's really important about this is what happened in this moment right here. Man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. We got to work on that. But I'm going to start here. Neil Marshall rescued me. What was the prosecutor doing there? That day there were two people present during Dark's questioning. Deputy Chief Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. It's going to take me a minute to get this voice back. Almost forgot about Gant. Really? Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. That's about $250 if the 50-50 split for the 7 years. Yeah. And that doesn't even count all the bits and gifted subs that you may or may not have given over the years too. So thank you. And hopefully that calculation hasn't set you up for like, man, I gotta cancel this thing. Because it helps a lot. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony.
I assume that would also be why he was the first to run after dark.
I didn't forget his suit that loud, right? It's bright orange, come on! Straight up Giovanni, or Super MC Gamer as Giovanni.
When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead.
And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in?
I don't clearly remember what happened then, but I'll never forget what I saw in that instant.
Can you tell us about that?
Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then, the lights went out.
The lights?
Well, a month isn't a big deal. Well, thank you. It means a lot.
It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on and lightning struck nearby.
So the electricity went out.
Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right?
Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind.
I see.
I told the detective about what I saw then.
The detective?
Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case.
Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. Hear more! Did you want to get cancels out the $5-6 so you technically didn't spend anything? It's like how I don't think about how much how much money DoorDash has consumed from me in the pursuit of being fed about 3 or 4 times a week. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago.
Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial.
And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw. So this wedding was great? Packed for self-fun? No. Nuh-uh.
Yes, but at the time the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture.
A picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before. Very much Blackwing for the 27 months. 27 months seems like it was yesterday you found this gem of a community. Well, thank you. That's extraordinarily kind. You met a dog yesterday whose name was also Shadow without the W? What kind of jerk leaves the W off a Shadow? Three or four? Oh boy, yeah. No, I have a lot of sometimes working lunches, as they say, which is to say, I don't stop working and eat lunch in the midst of it. I'm spending $50 on a meal, I spend $100 at the store. Exactly. It's not that I enjoy the prospect. It's just one of those things where it's one of those things where being a part of recordings makes me more than I'd lose skipping out on recording to make food. Does that make sense? It really, really sucks, but it's true. I was just checking, actually, because in the past, DoorDash would tell you how much you've saved in money or in fees since you've done it. But I'm not seeing right now. They don't have the lifetime just from the last year, and I've apparently quote unquote saved $63 by using Dash Pass instead of just that. Is it actually easy once you make it easy? It's not that I work hard necessarily. It's just that I work long. That's the tougher bit. Is the long that makes it hard to get moving anywhere else sometimes. Anyway, let's get back to it. Picture. Yes, I think she mentioned that before.
Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough?
Ask about the picture. This picture the witness drew. I believe it has a very important meaning. The list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture.
Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost.
Oh, has it? Or maybe... I got it right here. If you have Prime, you don't have to pay for those delivery fees with Grubhub's. Yeah. Grubhub has screwed me too many times. Genuinely. Like, I was so mad at Grubhub, I've sworn off of it and I haven't come back. Even if it would save me $10 a month. But yeah, it just had a real bad time with it. Anyway, let's continue. Mr. Edgeworth. This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet you would insist on denying its existence? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. How dare you? All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold!
This is the evidence list for the SL9 incident?
Please turn it over, Your Honor.
Turn it over? Turn it... Ah! What's this?
Yes, what is that?
Hey, that's it! That's the picture I drew.
Indeed. Two men appear to be wrestling here. Oh, they look like they're having a jolly old time.
What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? I mean, the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list.
Huh? These lists, they're different from each other.
What?
It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists put together to form one. You can see the marks here where they're torn apart from each other.
So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, It's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you. What? What? Thank you, the farm. I appreciate it.
Order! Order! Miss Sky, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list?
Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor.
So you see. Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor, I declare a mistrial in the trial from 2 years ago. Undeath sentence. Unexecute Joe Dark.
Are you all right, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head.
If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Oh, what, like he hasn't looked? Excuse me?
Yes, that's quite conceivable. Mr. Edgeworth?
It's possible. Let's see. Got a tummy ache, Edgeworth? I get it. You're being very brave. Hey, Sierra.
Is something wrong?
Do you even have to ask?
Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. It's that thing. Oh, God!
He's come back for revenge.
That's that thing! The thing was dancing in the evidence room.
Clearly, this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives. I guess he was out of scrap paper. Evidence list restored and updated in the court record. Bap, 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 burp.
Very well, witness. Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago?
Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor.
What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture. Huh. Well, now I want to take a look and see. Can we look at the completed list here? Complete with, Okay, so if this is the completed picture here, is that the blue badger or is that something hanging above them? Right? Well, it's like a chandelier or something that was falling from the top, right? Okay, I'm gonna take a look at something just real quick. Bear with me for a moment, because I'm trying to think of things that are evidence that would match the shape of that thing, and I just for funsies, just for some quick funsies. Uh-huh. I'm not saying it's exactly right, but I am saying it could be right. Anyway. Wait, she called Aaron Jason in an Athmount video? That is funny. It's interesting that I didn't catch Kid's little version of what they might have seen, right? It's interesting that because that means that it passed past her, it passed past like editors. That's kind of wild. Whoops! America won the Olympics. Do we get the most gold medals or just the most medals? I can't remember. Or both.
This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant.
Oh, so you did catch that, actually. That's interesting, too. Kicked off your stream shortly after opening it. That's not good. I'm alive, yeah.
To think that a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind.
Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw. Most medals tied for gold with China. All right.
Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder prosecutor Neil Marshall. You can tell because of the black blobs.
Like, what do you mean it clearly shows them? It shows two silhouettes.
The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Lightning also burn you physically. Yeah, well, I in fairness, this is, I think, more about the flash of light and not necessarily the actual lightning bolt itself. You saw this thing called Summon Bento. What is that exactly? It is summoning my dog Bento, but please don't actually, if anybody is thinking about doing it, do not redeem it. He is not here. He is still at the kennel because it would have been really silly to get home from the wedding after a 3-hour drive 45 minutes to go pick up Bento from the kennel, drive 45 minutes to bring him back, have him stay with us overnight, and then me, 7 a.m. tomorrow, drive 45 minutes to the kennel to go drop him off again, and drive 45 minutes to come back so then we could then leave him there for another week. That'd have been really unkind. USA will keep the streak going. We'll see. We'll see. Emma's picture.
This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted.
I'm going to push on this. There's Bento. Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw?
Of course! This is the exact scene.
It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives. Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright? No, of course not. Never. Better watch out or you might find some way to cut my salary.
I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives, so I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me.
Mr. Wright, is there something bothering you about this picture?
Huh? Oh, well. That's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind. And yet, there's clearly a contradiction here. So at the time, you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue.
No, I couldn't see him clearly.
Breakdancing is going to not be part of it again? Like, they've already decided? That's a shame, because I know people clowned on that one Australian breakdancer, but I actually really enjoyed breakdancing otherwise. I thought I watched it a little bit on Saturday morning. It was fun. There's some good stuff out there.
The lightning was so bright, and I was knocked to the floor.
You were knocked to the floor?
I was knocked to the floor.
You were knocked to the floor?
Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away.
Hey, Scalene, how you doing? Hello, Deadlove MC and Daniela. Hello.
I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed.
Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed?
After that, I must have fainted.
Just called half his wife, which you found cute. I mean, it's true. They are, the two of them are married. And it is cute. But you know what? This is a little inside baseball that I find very fascinating. Kids find married people to be old. But people dating, young. So boyfriend, not husband. Yes? Just a little bit of psychological play in there, you know what I mean? Up to 3 a.m. Well, it's because it's 9:10 p.m. my present U.S. Central Time. So it is just it's just the evening here. And I'm not talking about age difference between the two of them. I'm talking generally. Yeah, exactly. Queen equals evil. Princess equals good. Youth good. Old bad. This is going on. Partner fits within all that. It's a good question. SO. I think if you say SO or partner, I think it also kind of feels old. Just because it means you've been together for more than a year, most likely. And therefore old. You mean it didn't see the actual murder take place?
No. I'm sorry.
The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint.
This accent's all over the place right now. I'm sorry.
Do you really need to torture this girl any further?
What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. I like how they're taking turns on that.
Anyway, this picture.
It's incorrect because it's this picture. Just kidding. I'm wrong. Dang it.
I'm not sure I follow.
Now, people, if I will say right now, we've had this game for a couple of weeks now. We have a policy on this stream that if you're going to brag about not sleeping, we'll time you out so you go to sleep. Straight up. We do not we do not accept the argument of it's late and I haven't slept, but I'm gonna keep staying up. Lol, 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 lol. Nope. We don't play those games. If you're gonna be like, I've been up this whole time and I'm adult and I don't sleep. No. Sleep. Yes. You might be saying, Shadow, you're not my dad. Too bad. I'm your stream dad. What'd you think about that? And if I wasn't a dad, if it wasn't your dad, why do I have this book called Advice for My Son? Huh? You're all my sons. Gender inclusive. So there. For legal reasons, this is a joke. Speaking of which, advice for my son. I'm at work. Go to sleep! Tell him your dad told you. Let's see here. Here's some good advice for my son. No matter what you're looking for, you'll always find it. Blessings, bad things, good things. Keep your eyes open to them all. So, you know, I kind of get that, you know? If you are searching for things, if you're searching for negativity, you're going to find negativity. If you search for positivity, you're going to find positivity. It's just how it works. I like that. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Statty Shadow. Oh, no. They fine you, what? You, me, Keston, and Chris are big bros? Sure, I'll take that. What if we're older than you? Just because it's a time paradox doesn't mean it's not true. That shirt you lost, you're still looking for it? You'll find it someday, I believe in you. You need a good laugh right now? I mean, did you hear the Stream Dad joke? That was gold. That was gold. Come on. What am I doing here? Sorry for asking so many times. You drew exactly what you saw. I keep poking her on this, and I'm hoping that it will do something.
Is there something that's bothering you about this picture?
Oh, well. Why can't... It feels like that should be a connecting tissue there for whatever I'm supposed to go, but for some reason I can't convince the game to do it. Hold on, I'm gonna look at the guide real quick. I promise it's not cheating. It's just one of those things where to kind of grease the wheels here a little bit. Okay, so this is something that I find a little bit weird, but I kind of get where they're going with this. So the key word is that she has been drawing it exactly as she saw it. And a part of that, apparently, is the rectangle the man's holding in his hand instead of a sharp pointed knife means that it's a broken knife. Which is strange, because he only stabbed him once, and the knife shouldn't have been broken yet. That's what we're missing. I thought we were digging into, like, the issue of, let's see, your Neil's autopsy report. Stabbed to the back, died from a punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was in the wound. Stabbed, in the wound. A singular wound. There we go. Excuse me. Daddy Shaddy. There you go. There it is. I don't know. I'm getting old enough to the point where I could be some of your dads. Don't tell us how old you are. Just saying. Don't do it. I know. You see one obvious thing, and they really want you to go after the other thing. Von Zeeks, that's true. Von Zeeks is the real stream dad. He's my dad. Hey, lovely Wolf Angel, how you doing? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew sucks.
What? I mean, I tried my best. But I still remember like he was just like it was yesterday.
Sorry, by the way, also, I'm definitely not hitting the right tones for Emma tonight. I did a lot of yelling yesterday for the wedding stuff. And as a result, my range is reduced. I'm fine. It's just I can't do the girl voice as well as I used to. It will take some time to recover.
Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction to us.
Had you young of your father, yeah.
What part of this picture?
Your family had a polka dance off? No, just lots of dancing. And if you play Dancing Queen at a wedding, I will sing in falsetto the whole time. It's just how it works. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. Can I borrow some money? Dang it! You mean your daddy had a problem with this? By the way, Lady MJ, before I forget, have you sent me a message on Patreon back yet about the thing? Because I tried to type in, I tried to add you to the whitelist for the server and it didn't work. I want to make sure that I'm not wasting any more of your time. You also get a free extra month. Do it. It's fine. There's no such thing. I get so many sensories. It's true. It's a lot of sensories. I think it's this part here.
I don't see what's strange about that.
That's because the drawing is...
Mr. Wright, how could you?
The act of making an innocent girl cry should warrant the death penalty.
Guess he means I shouldn't shift the blame to others.
Yes, well, as long as the defense learned his lesson.
Did I miss? Better take another look at the autopsy report in this picture. I try to click on the tip of the knife, but I guess I just need to be on the knife. Okay, we're good. I thought I messed up again. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see its tip is broken.
Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright.
I don't know. I just thought it was a low-res picture. You know what I mean? It's just a rectangle.
But Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too.
If I recall, The tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body.
I also love Mamma Mia. I love ABBA more than I love Mamma Mia, but I also love Mamma Mia.
It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer.
Trying to get connected. Gotcha, Lady MJ. Well, I will say, I'll just even if you canceled like tomorrow, you've got at least a month or two that I'll just give to you for free because obviously there are issues going on, and I'm gone for a week next week for Zeldathan, so you know. Yeah, the pointer pointing towards the end of the knife, but the pointer wasn't on. Yeah, I know that is what I missed. That's what I figured. Dang hitboxes. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken.
Ah! What's the meaning of this?
Hey, JJ Weird, how you doing? Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there.
That's right. But what does this mean?
The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time, remember? But she was sure she remembered correctly. What kind of knife is that fragile? Sorry, I was trying to roll back to figure out where that was. Yeah, Raven, every time you refresh the stream, you're going to get ads. I don't know why I'm saying that now, because I'm presumably they're in an ad. I'll talk to him in a second. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Dad, where's the milk? You said we were going to go get milk. Yeah, you're right. Hold on. Hey guys, how's it going? Oh, my gender fluid is finally cold. What were you doing? Forgot. Oh, the milk, right. By the way, it's been sitting in the fridge for like a month. Which, by the way, now I didn't realize you were. I think you're supposed to turn off the. I think you're supposed to turn off that fridge at some point. There's ice just forming in that thing. I did not expect that. It is pretty intense in there. On one hand, I do want to crack this bad boy open and go for it. On the other hand, if I drink it, then I don't have it anymore. So I think I will continue to have my creeper, my lovely friend back there, the keeper of the vitally important gender fluid. So I'm gonna put that back. Anyway, someday we'll drink it. Someday we'll find out what it tastes like. We'll finally determine once and for all. Keep the pecan even if you drink the drink. That is true. That is true. Right, I get the gender fluid, Omega Mart. Nothing stopping you. But then it's trash. Hey, Daddy, how long are you going to call you Daddy? Probably as soon as this joke stops being funny, which was, I don't know, before I told it. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already about a little something called falsified evidence? Also, hi, Ducky Luffy and Melody Berry Boba. How you doing? Do I know if it's season 2? No, I do not know. I know nothing. I know nothing about that. Nothing. What was it? You didn't exactly refresh. Your video kind of stopped. Yeah, unfortunately, anytime you reload the video, it is going to run ads again. I don't run ads on my channel.
To me, to you, alrighty.
Very much for the 245 bits, Jerry. The unfortunate bit, the downside or the upside is I don't run ads during content, so you don't miss anything, which is, I think, good. The bad news is that because of it, Twitch runs pre-roll ads every time you reload the player. Such as the trade. Hello, Crazy Midnight. A lot of new people coming in. Not Megamart, but Omega Mart. Like, Omega Mart. Quality checked. Very important. Anyway. Dad, I do have a TikTok account. It's my name. How many languages? One in 3/5. Which is to say, I know English pretty good, and then I know 3 languages a little bit. You're treading on thin ice, right? All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. Hey, Ford, how you doing?
Order! 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 Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted?
Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. On one hand, I'm already annoyed by this joke, but on the other hand, it is 100% self-inflicted, so I don't know what I can do. I can't be mad because I did it to myself. I did it to myself. English, Japanese, Spanish, and Italian, and I know more Spanish than I know Japanese or Italian. And no, I cannot speak those well enough. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant.
Father, I require sustenance.
During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. I fully agree with that sentiment, Marissa. Yes, you are fine with that until if such a day would happen that it would just be actually correct. It is my belief that somewhere in this story, there is a lie.
I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife.
That's true. And there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. It must have been another broken knife.
What are the chances of there being 2 broken knives?
Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been one? There is another one. We go outside, stream, and play stream catch. Not now, stream son. I need to do stream work. If the witness is adamant about the accuracy of what she saw,
The cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man in the moon. When are you coming home, Dad? I don't know when, but we'll get together.
It can't just be explained away by a simple observational error.
Mr. Wright.
In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife.
I assume, then, that you have some information about this other broken knife. If so, please feel free to enlighten us.
The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. I know what it is. I know what it is, 'cause I found the thing and I was really curious about it. But I don't know what evidence to provide. I guess it's this. Okay. Friends, there is this award that was given to King of Prosecutors, right? Oh, I guess I could just post it like this. There used to be a halberd sword thing and a shield in here, both broken. But for some reason, almost exactly 2 years ago, the broken sword thing was removed from the trophy. Ain't that strange? Everything's broken here. It's you. Huh?
I'm sure this must be all very amusing to you, Mr. Wright.
What? Ah! Yeah, I'll go back. Goodness. Taking hits here. Taking strays, as the kids say here. The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside this picture. This is a picture of the awards. It is Tuesday. What?
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I could also eat a delicious lawyer badge cookie. Please and thank you. You typed Zelda in Google and it was Zeldathon. It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall's holding.
That's a broken knife.
As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award.
Order! Order! Order!
Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. That can't be. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutors' award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? A Genshin and a miraculous ladybug character. Wow. What a combo. Are they the same voice actor? I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. Oh!
But the prosecutor was the one who actually died.
That's true. What's going on here? It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. Huh?
Wait! I remember now. I remember everything.
Witness?
Mr. Edgeworth,
What is it?
could you show me your evidence list again, please?
His list. The one with that picture scribbled on the back.
I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it.
What? You drew that?
That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me.
I would too, if at the time of your of witnessing a murder, you would see the blue badger floating above. Sister's writing was very good, Carter John. Thank you for asking.
Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you recalled, Miss Sky?
Yes, Your Honor.
First the knife mix-up and now the blue badger? Should be interesting. Emma's recollection.
When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed toward both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow.
Uh-huh.
This is certainly most unusual.
Try impossible. The chief of detectives hadn't even designed him until this year. That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago.
Yes, well, the defense may now be in...
Stop, please. Don't pursue this any further.
Lana!
What's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair.
But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that?
Chief Prosecutor Sky. We're already come this far. It's too late to turn back. Ah, man, what I would give to eventually be able to voice in a Spike Chunsoft game. Oh, it'd be so fun. I've been listening to the Grumps play Danganronpa V3 with Marissa, and those are so fun. The uncovered eye animates first. No! Hey, not Mr. Redcrafts, how you doing?
Silence! The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant.
Seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. So a little bit of background. The woman who just popped up is Emma's older sister. The person currently accused of murdering the detective for the main point of this case, and who seemingly is trying to protect her sister from something. We don't know what. Weird. Emma's recollection.
When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed toward both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. There's the blue badger.
Are you sure about this?
Of course, see? I even drew a picture of him here.
But it was the chief of detectives who thought of this hideous beast. That was just this year. The blue badger didn't exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable.
I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him before somewhere. Now I finally remember.
Oh, brother. Just when you thought that thing had caused enough commotion.
Tell us, where in the room did you see the see the mascot dancing?
He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow.
His shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face with its winning smile and all?
That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns.
This is pointless. No, it has 3 points. I think couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. Witness must be mistaken. That may well be. But what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Oh, I suppose you have an explanation. If so, then by all means, please tell us what the shadow really was. What was it that Emma saw when the lightning flashed? Who is this blue badger really?
I just might know.
Blue badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew this picture. Yet she's certain she saw its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, and them's betwixt, is the defense's belief that on that faithful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the blue badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room.
Mr. Wright!
In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. Hope it's me. What is it that the witness saw in that instant? Please show us this mysterious blue badger look-alike.
I think really you are always rewarded to bluff MJ Evans, which is I think is really funny. There's never a time that it's like, yeah, no, trying to push it here was bad, actually. I think there is a case where, like, you have to press things and you have to choose whether or not it was that piece of testimony that was the problem. Like, if you don't, like, if you picked the wrong piece to do it, because they'll give you that prompt on every piece of it. If you pick the wrong one, then you're, well, wrong, if that makes sense. Anyway, what's this shape like the blue badger? How about the blue badger? Was allegedly dancing in the evidence room at the time of the murder at the PD. Why was he dancing? What has he got to hide? Shoe isn't shaped like blue badger. Knife ain't blue badger. Screwdriver, it's not blue badger. Rubber glove, no. Evidence locker, no. Jar, yes. The mysterious blue badger was, in fact, this.
But that's... what exactly is that?
I believe it's some sort of jar.
But, Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger.
Indeed, it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint?
Our viewpoint?
Is that good enough? Did I do it? Do I win? So to be clear, Raven, anybody else who might be wondering, why did I pick the jar? Because I have played this before. 8 years ago. And the fact that I was so mad about this part is why I remembered it. I was so upset about this exact thing. I don't remember much of this case at all, but I was so mad at this thing that they're like, what if you're looking at this particular thing, you gotta look at the thingamajig, and then you eventually like keep blindly putting down evidence until you get to the pot, and it's like, well, what if it's the angle that has the pot head? And then you have to use the DS screen, which wasn't very big at the time, to try to move this pot in the correct orientation to get the exact frame of the blue badger, but then you think, oh, maybe the top's the bit. It's not! It's not the top, it's the bottom of the pot that you need to do it! I'm presenting it. This isn't right, I gotta make it... No! Allow me to remind the defense that its case hinges on the witness's drawing. If Mr. Wright can't match the shape the witness drew, we cannot accept his claim. I thought I genuinely did that pretty good. I don't know what I did wrong there. I thought I had it. I thought I really kind of nailed it there. What happened? Don't worry, you get to listen to this banger again, so everything's good now. Seriously, though, what were they upset about? I think I really did a good job matching that. What happened? Maybe there? This isn't right. I've got to make it look more like the Blue Badger. Oh my God.
I've got to find just the right angle.
For the sake of all of sanity, I'm going to see if I can. Okay. All right.
That's what I did, though. That's what I did. I don't know it. What?
The guide says, if you are playing a version of the game which allows for saving at any time, such as the HD remake on PC, consider saving now to avoid having to complete this section again. Oh, no. Anyway.
I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Why are you still upset with me? Because I think it's pretty good.
What? No, I didn't mean to hit E. Oh! I meant to hit R to rotate it more. I gotta be the Blue Badger again. And again. And again. Da, 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 da. All right, I'm looking at the picture. Looking at me. I'm looking at the picture again. I'm looking at me. I'm looking at the picture and me simultaneously. This isn't right! Consult the grid lines. But the trouble is I don't have like really strong ability to make this go exactly how I want. That's the problem. No! Why is the present button right next to the rotate right button? This is, I think, the best I've ever done. I think this feels really good here. No! I really thought I had it that time. I really thought I had it that time. I really don't like HNBM for the controls here. Tilted a little, but you have to understand, I don't have that kind of control to tilt it that tiny amount. I just don't. It's not how it works. I don't have that kind of level of control. I'm just gonna. Okay, you know, you ready? You ready for this? You ready for this? I'm gonna put this. I'm putting a picture right on stream, so you can see what I'm seeing, and this is what I'm trying to apparently replicate. Right there. Right there is what we're trying to make. Like, how is this not close enough? How? This should be enough. And for some reason, some vile god above me has determined it to be insufficient. Tilt the top part a bit further back. Like this? Are we feeling better that way? Want the horizontal lines just be under that horizontal. The horns be just under that horizontal line. This doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel right at all. I don't know, man. Maybe like that. But I can't synchronize well enough. It's just not how it works. Yeah, and your DS your bad controller is just not working for you. Sure, why not? Good, everybody's having a good time. Ba da 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 ba 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 ba. I'm saving. Anyway. Well, is this a miracle or what? Yeah, it's something. Why is it turning red? Ah! No one can possibly deny the jar's resemblance to the blue badger and his significance to Japan. Great Nippon! No. I can't be. Hydrate, yeah, after all that.
Order, order! The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this.
Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. No, I already you saw me. I did the save. Did you not see it? I did the save. I can still hear it. I can see it. I can still hear it in my dreams. In my darkest nightmares. You go to sleep at 9 p.m. and wake up at 5 a.m.? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. That's cool. What's your point? What do you mean? Do you need me to show you the blue badger again? Here it goes. Bub. So that badger thing was actually just a jar. You can do it to yourself, Jamie. I will bop to that. I will bop to that there song. It doesn't change anything. Nope, that's not. That teacup's been there for 5 days. I don't want to zip that to you. No, sir. I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything. Indeed. Very well, then. Please tell us,
What's different now that what we know? Now that we know the witness saw this jar.
The location? Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar.
It's a very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright.
Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar?
Where?
The location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime.
Some demon in the basement. Oh, God.
It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gant.
But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself.
Amora Thaw, same member for Patreon. You just decreased membership. You didn't cancel. All right. Sorry, did I miss something that said like you couldn't get it working or something like that? Yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room in Chief Gant's office.
Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body from Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office?
Yes.
Cool. Why would he do that? There's no reason.
Exactly! What? If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason.
Do you know what the reason was, Mr. Wright?
I finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying?
That would have to have been the impact the man made when he's knocked into the wall.
Ladies and gentlemen, and them's betwixt, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit?
Ah!
A suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous-looking sword.
Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall, wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy.
No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking...
Yes. There is another possibility of what actually transpired in that room.
Another possibility.
Having trouble issues trying to connect your Discord through the link you provided on Patreon. Getting Minecraft to connect with Forge. Yeah, for I will say for doing the Minecraft thing, by the way, multi-MC, whatever options you have on that list there for getting that all working, just do multi-MC. It's so much better. You just download the folder, you put it in multi-MC, it all works. It's done. It's just done. But also, if you haven't seen, take a look at your Patreon and read my message and then respond to it, because I'm trying to figure out your Java Minecraft name, by the way. Anyway, back to it. Jeff just made a miniseries called Sassy Lorick. What? I have to look at that at some point.
Another possibility.
Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless, I don't know if I can go through with this. Say hello, but yeah, heading off to Selvathon. Thanks, Frosty. Thanks for stopping by.
Mr. Wright, what's the matter?
If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Skye knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Game over, man. Game over.
You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? No!
Uh-oh.
I never imagined a testimony would lead to this.
So is the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with their own testimony. This is unprecedented.
Rabble, 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 rabble.
What are you saying?
I'm sorry, Miss Skye, but given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her?
Imagine that coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it?
I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't.
Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence.
If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony.
I'm afraid that won't work in this case, because I said so. Both parties involved in the incident are dead.
We certainly can't get dead people to testify. Well,
Spirit justice would make it differ, but, you know, it's fine, whatever.
Yeah, Zoltan is in an undisclosed location we call Jupiter. Yeah, if we can figure it out, Lady MJ, we can't get you on the Discord. Maybe we can find some way to have you talk to somebody who knows how to do it on another platform of some kind. Because I know Or Morgan, for example, would be more than happy to help, but Discord is unfortunately the best way to do that, including even if you make maybe a different Discord account. Like, you don't have to connect that to your Patreon. We could just manually make sure you get in there. Just see if you can make yourself a Discord account and just get in there, if that makes sense. Make life way easier. Plot twist, Souls in Section Saturn. Hey, Princess, how you doing? Anyway. This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning.
Touché, Miss Skye. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility.
You mean there's still another possibility?
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life, in one manner or another.
That's impossible.
Well, Mr. Wright, there's the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist?
Got to think back to the court record. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind is in the evidence. This message from the deceased is already in our possession.
Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer?
Do not be mistaken, Miss Sky. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek. The truth. No matter how painful it may be.
Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys the message from the deceased.
We've been staring at it in the face this whole time. This is the message left by the deceased.
This is that, blue badger from before, right? The one that goes dot, 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 dot.
Was he just gonna speak the killer's name?
That thing could, I'm sure it would.
Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here, on the surface of this jar.
What do you mean?
If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar. It looks
like someone wiped the blood away.
Yes, but notice. For some reason, the blood on some of the fragments is not wiped away.
Yes, there is a line here, drawn in blood.
So what you're saying is these dots were once lines.
Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message.
And that someone apparently wiped away. That blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions.
Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points, and the victim's message will become apparent. But he didn't even want children. Sorry, that was a terrible joke.
Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave for us?
Your Honor, I believe those bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. Got to connect these dots to make letters.
There's only one thing the victim would have written given the circumstances. His murderer's name.
Sure. Uh-huh. I wonder what it could be. I guess we'll never know. It's the defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this!
Emma. So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind.
Of all people. She may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life
was Emma Sky.
Seaworthy. Can't say I didn't warn you.
Chief Gant.
Do you understand the implications of what you've done?
What are you talking about?
2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you're the prosecutor in the case, were you not? Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction.
But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable.
I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice.
What?
We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery, ultimately the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone might say, this fact cannot be denied.
Uh-oh.
What's going on at the prosecutor's office?
They might have sent an innocent man to his death.
How can he just stand there like it wasn't his fault?
Order! Order! Order!
The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows. But we'll find out soon enough! Next time on Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. That is happening right now. We're just saving. We're continuing, of course, because we're finishing this tonight. We're going to make it happen. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. February 25th, 1206. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, I guess I am. I'll come back later.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it?
You got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run all around while on duty, huh? And to top it all off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
I take it Lana's having you run errands again?
Now let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Here, she asked me to give this to you if there was a break in today's trial.
Evidence law? Edgeworth was talking about this just the other day.
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so.
You can at least study some evidence law, really.
Almost be the finale, like Crab Dark Souls. No! Names their kid Gumshoe? No. They didn't name their kid Gumshoe. They named their kid Dick. Last name Gumshoe.
The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message.
A message?
She said if you're planning to take him on, you're gonna need this book.
Him? Guess I'll need to give this book a thorough read. Oh boy, time to do an audiobook. Evidence law securely slipped in the pocket.
Doesn't look like that book will do you any good now, though. All that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence.
That's where you're wrong, Detective.
Huh?
Haven't you figured it out yet? I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat, despite all of those allegations being thrown at me.
Mr. Edgeworth.
The real trial today hasn't begun yet.
What? What else is there left to do? Your credibility's all been ruined by this forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Sky found out she unwittingly caused the man's death. And now, you're telling me you want to do more? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
You're missing the point, Detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his body. That was dead. Just to be clear, it was dead. That means the real killer is still out there.
What?
We're going to expose him, no matter what it takes. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. Yeah, still not ideal, but didn't kill him. He was already dead. You can't extra kill someone. Doesn't work that way.
February 25th, 1252, District Court, courtroom number 9. Oh! I hit enter on the stream instead of the... Anyway. Yeah, these boyfriends they don't even have to talk to each other. They're just sending stuff telepathically.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
The inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions.
Thank you for the news, Your Honor.
Yes, well, normally this is where the prosecution calls forth a witness. But, this isn't easy to say. You see, there is some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have
I struck a bargain. You think I may have manipulated the witnesses?
I didn't say that. It's just, you see, everyone has been talking and...
Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution.
Solution?
That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses.
What? Well, there's no precedent for what you're proposing.
I call upon the stand Larry Butts! Eh?
Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
Unbelievable. Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Very well. The defense accepts the prosecution's proposal. I did not see that Tanix, by the way, but I'm excited about that because I thought Tango Gameworks was just dead. So I'm glad that they're getting a new life here. Because that was really sad. They had some really ambitious and cool games. Even if they weren't all perfect, I enjoyed that. I mean, really, they put out 2 really cool games, both of which we streamed. We played Deathloop and we played Hi-Fi Rush. Both are really cool stuff.
It's settled. The defense may now call forth the next witness.
Mr. Wright, you do realize this is your last chance. If you call the wrong witness, this trial is as good as over.
The defense calls. Time's finally come to bring out the real murderer. Mike Meekins! Oh no, this Damon Gant. Hey Pikashinks, how you doing? Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand.
Damon Gant? What does he have to do with anything?
As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. His demonic powers have done too much. That loudspeaker, the loudspeaker he carries with him at all times. Why you got it? What'd it do? Why are you carrying around? He looks so suspicious. What is he doing? What is he doing out there? Hey, Louis Dragoon, how you doing?
As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor?
True. All right, bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stand.
You know, as they say, do unto others before they do unto you. That's why I kill everyone I meet.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
What is this? Some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch.
Your name and occupation, sir.
Yeah, here's to hoping that some pick him up. I think what we're seeing in the games industry is the death of the giant publishers, and maybe the rise of some more ambitious AA like developers and publishers therein. I hope, because it feels like we're in an unsustainable place.
Worthy, are you sure you want to do this? Your name and occupation. So, you want to play hardball, eh?
Please, Mr. Gant.
Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police.
Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony.
Oh, right-ho. What's with the grim face?
First, let's clear up this SL9 incident. Remember each character I used for the each voice I used for each character? Oh, Ace Attorney is easy. You should see me trying to figure out the beginning of each Danganronpa game. That's why I have like 5 characters I have to keep track of here. Nothing. That's nothing. That's less than nothing.
Oh, you mean that time when Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already.
Video game VAs are on strike. It's true. Yeah. All my work I do is non-union. It's not because I don't want to be part of a union. It's just I've never done union work. And you can't join the union until, ironically, you do union work as a non-union actor when it's in non-strike times. So, long story short, I ain't got the work yet to be union. And I don't think I ever will, because mainly the union work that actually pays union rates is all in California. And I'm in Wisconsin. I know, Edgeworth gets so mad if you don't do name and occupation. There's still some things unaccounted for.
Oh, like what?
Like the role you played in all this.
Son, either you're very brave or very foolish.
Very foolish!
You are aware, of course, that a police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal?
Weapons?
Sure. Take my testimony, for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to.
What? Is that true?
I'm afraid so. The chief police has the right to refuse to testify.
Well, that seems like a bad idea, don't it? Don't that seem like a bad idea?
Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks. Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you.
Very well. The witness now may begin his testimony.
So you just, depending on what job you got, you can sometimes just not follow the law. Ain't that fun? Ain't that some? It's a good thing it's a video game and not real life. Anyway, the SL9 incident.
As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery.
Is that when Dark was arrested?
Him? He was lying on the floor unconscious.
How do I become chief prosecutor? Quickest path, please.
When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems Dark bumped his head.
I see. Everything seems pretty clear-cut.
The police chief has the right to refuse to testify. They better hit him hard and fast. The city mortician. Let's go. Usually I don't deal in live bodies. But I'm ready to start. The power outage didn't help either. I want to hear that. So the two of you ran immediately after him, right?
That's right, but Dark made it to the elevator first. So Neil and I split up. He went upstairs and I went downstairs. I guess you could say he got lucky.
Was this about a power outage?
Oh, yes, that. The elevator stopped all of a sudden and I got the shock of my life. Well, Probably not as shocked as Neil when that knife went into his heart, though.
That's not funny.
What, too soon?
Kinda.
When I went to my office, I found Lana there.
Could you tell us what you saw?
It was a shocking sight.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
He did the monster mash.
Oh, that's Udgy.
He did the monster mash. Neil and that serial killer were lying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together. Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor. Yes, apparently he hit his head and was knocked out. Next to him were those two poor girls.
Lana and Emma.
Lana was cradling Emma in her arms. Looking back at it now, she must have already known what her sister had done. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery.
Let's press. How can you know that?
Because of the victim's body. It had already been moved.
So that means you found the body near Lana's desk.
That's right. I think you said earlier, it was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor.
Yes.
Anyway, as you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery.
So you're saying that the forgery had already been taken place by the time you arrived at your office?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I can understand how Lana must have felt, no doubt. But moving a body and hiding evidence are inexcusable, no matter what the circumstances.
Is that how it really went down?
Staring at the witness won't do any good, Mr. Wright.
If you're going to stare at anything, better off staring at the court record.
Worthy! Always the smooth talker, this one.
Which piece of evidence ties Gant to the forgery? Lana did admit to forging evidence. That can't be the whole truth. Somehow I've got to link Gant to the incident. I mean, we have the fact that he kept some of the evidence to himself in his locker, which feels real bad, man. Wrong. Dang it. Okay, I looked at the guide. Correct answer, wrong evidence is how this usually goes. Oh, we're bouncing back. So I was thinking, well, excuse me. Sir, if you had nothing to do with this forgery, why did you have a piece of the pot, the jar locked away inside your locker? Look, he had evidence that was stored in his locker.
I don't see it. Locker door, it doesn't mean much to me. Sorry. Penalty.
What about the jar?
Oh, the jar inside.
You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery, but I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up.
Explain yourself.
Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this jar, for example.
That's the blue battery. Showed it.
Okay, hold on. Before we continue, I do actually want to check on something because someone tells me I'm about to get into some real trouble here because we took that evidence out of his locker without permission and all that jazz. And I have a feeling he's going to be like, well, too bad. He's wrong. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Rule number 2, Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Okay. Just want to get a good read on that. We have cookie. It's a bad cookie jar. Very unbalanced.
That's the blue battery you showed us earlier.
It's a jar! A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe.
It's not even blue.
Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk.
This one where?
You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation.
Chief Gant, what's the meaning of this?
Ooh. Here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. So you admit to it then, that you were involved in the forgery?
Who, me? Or do you mean you?
Me? Why would I have anything to do with that?
Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right, Righto?
However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation.
Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Just me. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment.
What? Detective Gumshoe's salary jumps any further, he'll end up paying to work.
Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding the pieces of evidence found in your office.